So I used to be afraid at night, afraid of the dark, afraid that somewhere beyond the point where my eyesight allowed me to see, there was something lacking, afraid that the darkness itself would somehow surround me and swallow me up, as if darkness were anything more than simply the absence of light. I used to be afraid of tomorrow, afraid that who I was would continually dictate who I am, and that who I would be might be someone that I did not like much at all. As if there was no such thing as being made new. I used to be afraid of opinions, afraid that though the words wouldn't break my bones, they would certainly shatter my dreams. As if I started doing this for the approval of the many rather than for the glory of the one. I used to be afraid of failure, afraid of falling, afraid of losing, afraid of being wrong, creating bursts and looking absolutely stupid. Because who am I to think that I could actually make a difference? As if those setbacks were anything more than simply stepping stones on my path to success. I used to be afraid. Used to. But then I did a little research. And by that I mean I researched and I researched and I researched over and over again. And through all my researching, I kept coming up with the same exact question. What room does fear have? What room does fear have when I cling to trust? What room does fear have when I lean on hope? What room does fear have when I search for something more, when I discover what's good, and when I stand in awe? When I run with perseverance, when I walk by faith, and when I rest in comfort? What room does fear have when I sing with praise, when I take hold of inspiration, explore the possibilities, and I step into freedom? What room does fear have when I discover strength, embrace courage, remember peace, declare truth, choose joy, experience life, and conquer death? What room does fear have when I find perfection in the one place that I never thought to look? In weakness, when I'm invited into a relationship that is more loving than I could ever imagine as a child of God, when I'm saved by the most unlikeliest of heroes by grace? What room does fear have when I step out of the darkness and I bask in the light? When I let the past be the past and the future has no limit? When they can talk all they want, but their opinions do not matter? And when failure is nothing more or nothing less than the road by which I walk my path to success? So I will ask you one last time, what room does fear have when in His Word He tells me 365 times, depending on the translation, do not be afraid? Come on, guys, I want you to help me. I want us to repeat 7 times. Do not be afraid. 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 As if we needed to hear this every single day. And as if that's how many times that we needed to hear it before we finally believed it. What are you afraid of?